Good morning. You're listening to the Nothing Personal Show with Nikki King, and I've got some very interesting guests. One guest. I've got Katie Winstanley with me this morning from Changes Medispa, so we're going to have a lot of fun. And my show is sponsored by Hot Yoga for You, the lovely Sherry Joy Smith, and Fuzzbox Designs. And I'll tell you a little bit about the show. What we do is we bring in women from the business community to talk about their businesses and their journeys and anything that's going on in their business. And also we can have other people, because we had your Nash Kuchel who does music. We've had a couple of men on, so we don't just stick to women, but we do like to focus our show on women. So I'm going to introduce you now to Katie Winstanley. So good morning, Katie. How are you?
Good morning, Nikki.
Woo!
And you're looking very good today.
Oh, it's the brows.
Oh, it is the brows. And
they give you the confidence.
Yeah. For those of you who can't see Nikki at the moment, her brows look amazing.
They're on fleek. I believe.
Yes, we're bringing Nikki up into the modern era.
Yeah. So do you want to tell me a little bit about your business? Because there might be some people out there who don't know. I don't know how they don't know Changes, but they may not.
Well, we've been around a few years now, but hi, I'm Katie Winstanley. So I'm the owner of this beautiful day spa up in Lansdowne in Masterton, and it's completely different to what you will see anywhere else. It's based on an English model. It's a English sort of concept day spa. It's set in the grounds of a manor house, and basically we're like going on spa-cation. So you come away to us usually for 1 or 2 treatments, or you can stay there for the day. We've got 11 therapy rooms, a huge big spa lounge with a heated fireplace and lovely big sofas and loungers, and we've got 5 staff, so we're here to look after you. So it's absolutely beautiful, isn't it, Nikki?
It's absolutely amazing. I was lucky enough to treat myself on Friday to a morning at the spa, and when I got out, I was so spaced out. I was just like I'd been on drugs or something. I was like, oh. So it was such a lovely and welcome thing for me to do on Friday. It was just really cool.
And you feel so much better, don't you?
I do, and my nails are amazing. Yeah. Charlotte's amazing. Yeah. Your staff are amazing. Yeah, so I love going to the spa.
Oh, that's so good. It's good to see you there.
So how long have you been running Changes? How long has it been in its state as it is?
We're just about to celebrate our 6th birthday in November.
Nice.
I know it's gone so quickly, but before that we were the Manor Day Spa, which was my little practice run. And we opened that in 2006. So yes, we've been at it a long time.
Cool, yeah, no, and you can tell really, because the service is really good. Everything runs as it should. Because before I came to your spa, I was a spa virgin.
Yes,
I'd never been to a spa. I had no idea what to expect. I'd never had a facial, and I got to 45 and not 44, and I wish I'd known about that sooner.
I know. I think every woman should experience a facial, honestly. I mean, quite a few ladies go, oh no, I don't like that, but they've never had one. But honestly, I took the girls over to Christchurch just before we started this year, because we always do like a year treat before we start work, and oh my gosh, we went to a really good sort of on a par with Changes, really good day spa down in Christchurch, and I had a facial, and I was like, I've just forgotten how amazing it is to go and spend a lot of money on yourself and just really indulge. But it does everything. It's not. We've got to see. This is a talk to you girls out there. We can't see it as a pamper. Okay, we've got to see it as part of our, grooming, part of our
self-care.
Self-care. We've got to step away from. You don't pamper your car when you put it to a WOF or a service, do you? It's something you need to do to keep sane.
I know.
And I think my background's nursing, as you know, Nikki. Yep. And I think that's why I was so desperate to do a day spa, because I saw the result of people who didn't look after themselves.
Yes.
The stress, depression, they lose their self-worth. Yes. And it's all of these things that end up being in hospital, really.
Yes. And I think, as a busy business person, as I become more busy, I see more value in actually looking after myself than I did when I first started out, because I wanted to be a workaholic when I started. But now taking those days out and sitting in the spa and letting somebody else care for you.
Yeah.
Because
and ask
women,
about things.
women don't care about. They don't get cared about. But women understand caring about caring about other women. So it was really nice when you go into the spa that the women understand you need a bit of caring. Because first thing Charlotte said to me, she said, "You look like you need this," and I was like, "Yeah, I do actually. Thank you. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so it's really nice." So tell me, how did you get to having a spa?
Oh my gosh, Nikki, if you'd said to me like 12 years ago, I'd be running one of the, top day spas in the country, I would just be like, I would think you're crazy. So really my story is my first love is nursing.
Yep.
And I was a wonderful, wonderful nurse, wonderful caring nurse. And I worked in the UK for many, many years.
Yep.
And then I came over to New Zealand and originally we were meant to go to Christchurch, but I couldn't get a job. And then I asked my husband, I said, we know two people in New Zealand, where did they live? And they were both in the Wairarapa. So we looked up on the map. It looked amazing. And to this day, I still think it's amazing, the beautiful Wairarapa. So we've come from England. And I got a job at Marston Hospital.
Oh, nice.
And I just loved it. I worked with the oldies. But my background's, I've done surgery, plastic surgery. I've done maxillofacial surgery. I've done burns units. So always skin, always appearance, always, that sort of thing. And then, so we bought, I did 5 years of nursing. And then unfortunately I had a back injury at work. And it was about that time when I really was starting to reevaluate my life, because when we first came to New Zealand, we met a business coach, Carl Baker from Red Hot Business Solutions, and basically my game plan was to own a day spa after 5 years, to work at the hospital but lose a day a week. So by the time I was 40, I was only going to be doing like 1 or 2 shifts a week. Anyway, 39, doing 5 shifts a week. Crazy life. And I thought, I just haven't got to my dream, and then I did hurt my back. And it's amazing, what you wish for is often what happens. And it was just the universe, I think, prompting me to make that move. We just purchased this big old building, the Manor. It used to be Brooklyn Nursing Home. So those of you who know it, it was a very, very old, smelly, horrendous nursing home. Unfortunately, had a lot of problems. Everyone who's owned it has gone bankrupt and the marriage has broken up. So hard act to swallow. But we just purchased this beautiful building, and my husband absolutely fell in love with it. And then I had to decide what I'm going to do with it. So I looked into the age plan and see if they needed a hospital for because I knew the growing population and everything. And I phoned up the DHB and they said, no, we're okay. So then I thought, I'll do the day spa. This is an amazing place, because it was quite a new hospital wing. Honestly, I've looked at different plans. I've been to hundreds of spas throughout the country and in the world, and I love the layout and everything. So lent itself really well. So, and then after that, the hospital rang and said, can you open up? We're so short of beds. And it was like, sorry, no. So basically 2006, we decided to open, and by April 2006, we'd opened. So it was amazing. And it was really out there. I mean, at the time, the only other places that were open were like little tiny sort of home-based beauty therapy. No one had websites. No one had like colour ads. No. Nobody was obviously in the internet. So it was, it was very, very, very basic. Very basic. And now, obviously, we've come in and, I think we're so lucky for places here in the Wairarapa.
Yes.
We are so blessed. There are a lot of good beauty therapists out there. A lot of good spas, and it's great. So anyway, so that was my journey, an opening, and we hit the floor running very soon. We went from 1 beauty therapist to 3, and And I can't lie to you, it's been the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. And, I like listening to these programs because you can see behind the scenes. Sometimes you just see the glossy bits and, they've just made it overnight. But actually the struggle was so real. And so I'm going to write a book one day, Nikki. They should have done a reality show on me. Some of the things that happened. But
because you were telling me once about you just decided to buy the manor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was a funny story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you tell me once.
Yeah. We just have these whims and that would be a good idea. And then you sort of think, heck, I think the rates were like 24,000 a year. And we're like, oops, because we'd gone from 200 in Carterton to 24,000, it's like, oh dear. So, no, it's been a really, really fun journey. Very difficult. I mean, I was a nurse. I was, I'd running wards, running a team of nurses and looking after the public. I thought, how hard could it be? But, looking after beauty therapists is a little bit different. And I didn't always do the best thing. I learned now how to, look after people better and be a better manager. Because if you tell a beauty therapist off, they'll often go off and cry and then they'd leave. They'd all storm out. And you'd be left with no one to look after your customers.
And then your customers are sat there going, I need my
What's
face.
Happening?
My face looking after. Where have you gone?
So I've learned a lot. And that I'm really appreciative of the manor. That was my learning ground, and how to deal with the public, how to deal with, beauty therapists, how to run a team well. So that was my learning curve. The thing that really changed for me was when I had to go back to the UK. My dad was very sick, 2012. And, I really felt as his only daughter to go over back to England. So I did that. But it was an amazing sabbatical. And, for the first 3 weeks, I think I just slept. I was so exhausted from working 60 hours a week. And, and it was just a really good time. And I just, gave me time to think. And I think we always need to evaluate what's, going on. The business wasn't doing very well. We're having a few internal problems with theft, and it was just very, very difficult. Yeah. And so it was a good time to rethink. And my husband's amazing. He just he's very wise. He said to me, look. Because I said, I don't know what to do. Do I go back to nursing? Do I carry on? He said, look, write down, a list of all the pros and cons. And I really urge anyone to do this. I think it's such a good little, tip. Anyway, the pros were so much far bigger than the cons. So I thought, no, I'm going to do it. But I'm going to do it my way. So for all those years, 6 years, I did it the beauty therapy way. Yes. What was done in the industry. I then drew a line in the sand and I did it my way.
Well, that's
we know a song about that, don't we? I did it my way.
I actually think, though, if you see your own vision, I think you buy into it a lot more, don't you?
You do. And I just, I wanted to make a difference and I wanted to do things differently. And I think as a nurse, it teaches you to do, research-based gold standard therapies. And the thing is, a lot of the beauty business, I could so whistleblow here, but I'm not going to today. But, there's so many things that we do in the beauty industry, which is actually harming people. Yes. And isn't in their best interests. And so I said, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to buy into that anymore. No. So the reason we called the spa changes was because we made a promise to our customers that they will never, ever, ever go out looking unchanged. They were going to, when they come to us, they're going to look so much different and they're going to feel so much different, And I mean, you can be a testament to that, can't you?
Well, I can. I think the thing is for me, I'd seen it on the internet and I'd met you obviously at Venus. We'd met before, but I'd never been into the spa. And when I walked in through the door, it's just amazing. It's just you're going on holiday when you walk through the door, and you do have some accommodation there, don't you?
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's right. But actually going through the door is really cool, and obviously there's a lot of purple.
Oh, I love purple.
And purple is such a lovely colour. It's so luxurious. It makes you feel like there's some luxury there.
It's also spiritual and also very royal.
It is because you love glamour.
I do.
And it is very glamorous. You do feel almost like you're a movie star or something going there. It does feel luxurious and it does feel like you, especially where it's sat in on the hill and you can see out when you get out of your car that you're going on holiday for a day.
I love the greenery. I love the fact that you don't look out onto other shops or a busy road. I love the fact that you're just surrounded by beautiful trees and beautiful gardens and you're away from it all.
It's a beautiful setting, really beautiful setting. A number of times I've come up there and took a picture and shared it on Facebook and gone, look, I've been up here. It's really been cool.
It could be anywhere in the world.
It could be. And I suppose on Friday, one of the good things is I've been very, very busy and sometimes I don't care for myself being sick as well. So just sitting after my facial, waiting to get my brows done, was very relaxing. I just sat there and I took my watch off. I left my phone in the cupboard and usually I'd be like, if I had 5 minutes, I'd be straight on that phone. But I sat and I read a magazine. I've not done that for a long time.
And if you think about it, Nikki, in our modern world now, we'll be busy at work, we'll come home, we're busy with the dinner, and then we'll be on our phones, or even at the dinner table we'll be on our phones, and then we'll go and sit and watch telly. You know, there's just like things firing at you all the time. You know, in the olden days you'd go home, light a candle and read a book maybe, or relax. You know, in today's modern world there's just noise everywhere. We never stop.
No, that's
never
right.
relax, you know. And so, you know, these things are really, really important.
That's
you know,
right.
to take some time out and just, yeah.
So if you go to changes, make sure you lock your phone.
Yes, it's not
in
allowed.
the cupboard.
Yeah.
yeah. So I locked my phone away and my watch.
Good.
It's like, because my watch, this thing, it buzzes because it's an Apple Watch.
Yes,
it tells
I know.
you.
You can't get away from it all
No.
now.
But, you know, we love gadgets. This is Fuzzbox, you know, we love gadgets. Everything. One of my clients said last week, oh, you'd be controlled by these things. I said, but I love gadgets. Just like you love skin, you know. And
I've got an Apple Watch too.
oh, well, there you go. Oh, we're twins.
Gadgets.
They're
Twins,
great.
yeah.
Gadgets are great. So changes is brilliant. And now the other thing I'd like to talk about is you've got this other thing called ND Brows, haven't you? How did you come about being so into brows?
Oh, I know, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's a long process. Again, just years of being at the Manor, and I had the most wonderful beauty therapists through my doors. Incredible, like some of the best in the country come through my doors. But when people came and got their brows waxed, the end result was always the same: very red around the eye. You know, some were bleeding. It doesn't matter who did it, there was still damage to the eye. And then one day I was watching a beauty therapist, and she had a little bit of eye cream, and she was showing this client how to delicately dot this eye cream around her eye. So look, you've got to be very careful. It's very delicate around the eye, and you know, you don't need to keep the skin looking nice, and don't want to destroy it. And then next minute she's like ripping off her eyebrow with a wax that we use for Brazilian hair. And I was like, hang on, girls, what are you doing? You know, oh, this is what we do, you know. And I was like, oh my gosh. So anyway, the last time I ever had my eyebrows waxed was the day I went for my passport photo to go over and see Daddy and in England. And I'll put this up on my Facebook page. It was hilarious. So I was quite a bit, about 20 kilos fatter than that. So I had this really big round face, and then my eyebrows were like 6 hairs thin because they'd been waxed off my face so much. They were silly shape, rounded, and then my eyelids were so saggy from all the tugging of the wax over the last 6 years that, you know, I was thinking I'm going to have to go for surgery. You know, when I get back, I'm going to have to go. I had a name of a surgeon. And I was going to go, first thing I was going to do when I get back was go and have plastic surgery because my eyelids were so droopy from having all this waxing. And I just thought it's got to be my quest to find something safer and better, just for my clients. You know, I don't mind what people do. You know, people can do what they like. But I just wanted my clients to have the best. So when I went to the UK, I don't know if you ever see TV shows when they come from the UK, they pan around to the audience and all the eyebrows are immaculate. I want that world, you know. Yeah. And I went to the UK and like everyone's got amazing eyebrows, and I started to do some research. Yeah. And so that's where ND Brows was formulated. So I went to beauty school. So in between looking after my dad, I went over to Swindon to the Wiltshire School of Beauty. Yep. It was me and like all these sort of 16-year-olds, and you know, I was like, oh my gosh, back to beauty school. And
sounds like me when I go out to these gigs, all young bands, and then me, old lady,
all texting and you know, talking about boyfriends, and there was me like trying. So I did a threading diploma there, and I loved it. I mean, I just threaded everybody. Yeah. And then I devised the new definition brow. So basically, new definition brows is a new concept of brow design. Yes. It's my brow evolution. I want to change the way we do brows in this country. And so it's 6 steps, because we cannot get you cannot just do one thing to get a good brow. No. You need to do a few steps. So it's my design, my baby, really, and we've had it all, patented and trademarked and everything. Cool. Yeah, so that's exciting. It's been an exciting journey, And then we also have a little wee brow school, so people can come and learn how to do our brows, and then they can go off and be brow angels. So we've currently got about 6 places doing ND brows around New Zealand, so that's exciting. And I've got some people, great testaments of people who have come to do my course, have gone off, afar, other countries, and are doing really well, doing the same thing. So it's a really good business model. So no, that's really good. And so, and we've got our own brow room now, our own brow studio. So it's not purple, it's gold and black.
It's beautiful.
Posh. Yeah, a little bit different. I've taken the door off because I want people to see that getting your brows done is normal.
Yes.
And I'm trying to get over to women that it's not, a pamper. You don't just do it when you have a wedding or a birthday, that it's part of natural grooming. So you come to us, every 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and you get your brows done, because brows are so important.
I think it's a bit like when you go and get your hair, you go to a stylist and you keep going to the regular one, they get you into a good place with your hair. And I think that's probably a similar thing with your brows.
Yeah, I think, who's your brow lady? It's a real thing, I would never dream of going and doing my own hair, or, highlighting my own hair, or, cutting my own hair. I'd go to a hairstylist.
I've done that.
Well, I sometimes trim the, if it gets too long.
I get told off, though. Since I've been going to Michelle, I go to Michelle. She's amazing. Best razor cutter in town. She seems to be going there. I've not cut my own hair.
Yeah, good.
Because she would tell me off.
Yes.
Wouldn't you, Michelle?
Yes.
You would.
Yeah. And that's the thing with brows is, it's a very specialised subject.
Yes.
And unfortunately, it's not the girls' fault. The girls do, their first week in beauty school is brows. And they get, maybe a week's training, and it's not enough. Brows are huge. What I've learned has taken me 5-6 years, and I'm very confident that I can do just about any brow now. I feel very confident. It's
really lovely, because I've got really thick hair. Everything is thick. I've got thick brows, and it's really nice to have them shaped into a nice and that they go into a nice shape. Plus you do a little bit of a dye, don't you?
We dye your hair. That's because you're if you dye your hair on your head, you need to dye your eyebrows.
Yes.
And I didn't realise this before I did all my study, but, eyebrows are there to shield the sunlight from the back of the retina. So they often go a bit grey.
Yes.
So if you can just pop a bit of colour on, wow, it looks amazing.
So it does.
Amazing. You can tell, I love doing brows. It just, absolutely transforms. And we can do people come, I haven't got much brow. Well, come to me. We'll give you brows. We'll show you how to have your brows back. And you see, if we can give you a brow that you had when you were in your 20, you come to me when you're 50, you're going to look so much younger. It's incredible. So, and luckily, now I only get my eyebrows threaded with my girls. I only let my girls do my brows, and luckily my skin's grown back. They've grown back a bit, but it's a passion. Where your heart is where your passion lies, and I just absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's something that I have had my eyebrows waxed, and I've had them threaded, and I much prefer having them threaded.
Yeah, good.
Even to plucking them out myself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I've done that as well, and I never get them right the same.
Oh, I know, it's so difficult.
Because one eye can't focus properly like the other, so, you get all those kind of things as well.
And I love the way people come, and they come to us regularly, and they can't afford much, but if they just come and get their brows done every 4 to 6 weeks, it's their time out, they're always welcomed. I always do extra things like, I do little mini facials. If someone's got a big, blackhead or something, I'll pop that out for them. I just care for them and look after them. If they've got hairs on their chin, I'll pluck that out.
Oh, I'm testament to that. And the top lip. Oh, gosh.
Behind every beautiful woman is a talented brow artist. And if you look at pictures, even Meghan Markle, before she got famous, her eyebrows were terrible. Kim Kardashian, if you look at them before they had a good brow artist, they didn't look good. So, you've got to try. If you only try it once, try it once. But, you've got to come and try and get your brows done once with us.
Exactly, yeah, that's right. And you get all these people that draw them on really thick, don't you?
I know.
And you think,
I know. What's in now is just really well groomed.
Yes.
Not too heavy, just natural but well groomed, well styled. And if you get the style right, a new definition brows isn't just a haphazard. It isn't based on the shape of your face. It's based on your proportions.
Yes.
So we'll design the best brow for you. And often to be honest, 9 times out of 10, we're recorrecting somebody else's work.
Yeah.
Because they've done it, they've done the wrong shape. So, it is good to come and get the correct shape. So, do come in and get new definition brows. Honestly, it will change your world.
It will. It will change your world. And you sort of being a bit you have all these promotions and things, and you're looking at a new sort of promotion, aren't you?
I just really, Golden Girls. I want to look after my old ladies.
I love that.
I have a few old ladies, they come in for brows. They can't see the hair anymore. And I'll just defuzz their chin and their moustaches. They've often got little, blackheads or million. I can just quickly pop those out. It's just something that a daughter would do if their daughter was still around. So, we're just working on something with Fuzzbox at the moment.
Nice.
There's a Golden Girls promotion. So look out for that. And I just, just be really lovely to come in and have a treat. It's only going to be $49, which is far cheaper than anything else. But I just really feel for these old ladies who don't, can't see, but people can look at them and say, oh, hairy chin or hairy top lip.
But as well, it's just a lovely experience to come to changes.
I've got a 90-year-old that comes to me.
Oh, wow.
She just, she almost purrs when she comes. She just loves being looked after. And, we're like the daughters that they don't have. We'll look after them. So, look out on our website. We'll be doing the Golden Girls. So $49 will get just a quick, eyebrow thread and a tidy up and,
and if you watch my Nothing Personal page on Facebook, I will share that when it comes out. So I will let you all know, and I'll put it on the Women in Business page as well.
Excellent.
Yes, so I'll do a bit of sharing for you there. So it's so there's lots going on up there because you're a Medi-Spa as well.
Yes.
So what does that mean?
Well, so day spa's one side, which I want women to just experience a bit of luxury, a bit of pampering above and beyond they've ever had before.
And that is right.
And that is that side. I've also got another wing down the other end for more intensive treatments, things that you see on 10 Years Younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we've just done it up. It's been really exciting. It's really good. So we've got this room. It's really stunning, and we've got all the latest equipment. So IPL, we can do the new Dermapen. The Dermapen 4's coming out. So we've got the Dermapen 3 to practice on, and then we'll be launching the Dermapen 4 in August. It's sort of high end, intensive treatments, hair removal. The photofacials that we do are incredible. So just for an example of, what I'm about. I had a lady in a couple of Saturdays ago from Wellington. We get a lot of customers over from Wellington. Nice. Yeah, they love coming over. And she had some pigment on her face. I mean, terrible pigment. I was just doing a facial on her. And I said, what are you doing for your pigment? She said, it's okay. I'm going to a clinic over in Wellington. And she'd been prescribed 2 weekly microdermabrasion treatments at $100 each. So she'd done 3, so she spent $300. And I said, well, how's that working for you? And she said, nothing, no result. And the reason is the pigment that we're looking at isn't actually on the top layers, the stratum corneum. It's not on those layers. It's deeper down into the epidermis, and it doesn't get touched by microdermabrasion. Yep. So it's a bit of a fallacy. She said her skin felt lovely and soft, and she loved the feel, but it hadn't actually helped her pigmentation. So I said, look, I've got this machine. Let me just do 3 little zaps. And anyway, she just emailed me yesterday, and they've all gone. All those 3 big pigment spots have all gone. And so she's going to book in and do a full photofacial with me.
Oh, that's nice.
And our photofacial's on special this month, so it's $320. So she could have just had a really good, result with that.
Yeah, so it's on offer. So if you want to deal with your pigment, call changes. Yes. That's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick a song off my playlist to play, because another part of this show is that I am, as you know, a music lover and a performer. And I like to showcase, part of my sort of philosophy is to showcase emerging music, stuff that you haven't heard before. And so these are the kind of things that we would bring to a Spank gig, and what am I going to play today? What I feel like playing is, I think I'm going to do Vertigo. I think I'm going to play Ghost Who Walks. Sam, hello, Sam. I'm going to play your tune again, Sam. I love this song. It's called Vertigo, and it goes something like this.
You know I got that vertigo. Is that I feel climbing high. I got that vertigo. Oh, I feel climbing high. And my destiny is what I feel. And it seems to be so real. And with love dawn brings new light, guiding me into the night. You know I got that vertigo. Is that I feel climbing high. I got that vertigo. Oh, it's a bit all coming down. And for my soul, there's no tomorrow. And on this path of destiny, I'm gonna find love. It can't be wrong because it feels so right. So don't you give up the fight. You know I got that vertigo. Is that I feel climbing high. I got that vertigo. Oh, it's a feel all coming down. Are we just blind men walking? Oh, it used to be. Are we just blind men walking? Oh, it used to be. Are we just blind men walking? Oh, it used to be. No, I got that vertigo. Is that a people climbing high? I got that vertigo. Oh, it's a people coming down.
Good morning. You're listening to Nothing Personal with Nikki King, and we are a program predominantly focusing on. Gosh, I can't even get anything out this morning. I haven't been drinking either. We focus predominantly on women in business from the community in Wairarapa. This morning we've got Katie Winstanley from Changes Medispa with us, and we're sponsored by Hot Yoga for You, who are down in Kurapuni. Actually, I have got a little bit of a plug there. They're doing a free event on Thursday. I think it's in. I'll have to check where that is. So I'll check in a moment. I'll let you know before the end of the program. But there's a free yoga event on Thursday night. So you can go along to that. Also, we're sponsored by Fuzzbox Designs, so you know they do webs, graphics, etc. So we've got Katie Winstanley from Changes Medispa. Hello, Katie. Have you just tuned in? If you just tuned in, this is Katie, and we're going out to you at home. I hope you're nice and warm today. So, Katie, do you want to tell us a bit more about your accommodation at the spa?
Yeah, so we've got two wings. So the newer wing is the like I explained, was the old hospital wing, and then we've got another wing. We call it the south wing, and we've got lots of little rooms off there which we can accommodate. Up to about 8 people. So it's ideal for like girly groups. We get a lot of people over from over the hill, and all around the country actually. So they come and stay. And I'd rather people spend more money on themselves in the spa than actually spend on accommodation. So people can just stay for a night. I think the most cheapest room we've got is $52.
All right, that's quite good.
Yeah, so that's the diamond room. We've got the New York room, which is a double.
Wow, they sound very
59.
glamorous.
Yeah.
Totally
I love
you.
themes. And then we've got the Bordello suite, which is very, very sexy. It's black and white and red and a black 4-poster. And
nice.
that's got its own ensuite and things. And then my pride and joy, which is my Mr. and Mrs. Suite.
Oh, nice.
Oh, which is the one and only in the country. It's all themed. It's all black and white and 50 Shades of Grey.
Nice.
It was 5 rooms that we've knocked into one. So it's got its own lounge. It's got a big bedroom. It's got an ensuite marbled. Have you seen it, Nikki? Have I shown it to you? But it's really beautiful.
I'm going to come and have a look next time.
You're
going to show
book
me
in.
around.
You're going to have a nice romantic weekend away with
I did have
Mr. King.
Somebody offered me to babysit the children.
Oh, okay.
So
we won't mention that here.
That was Vicky, I think. I think she's still up for it.
Yes.
Well, but my oldest boy is 15 now, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
And it's got its own deck and a little outdoor area.
Oh, nice.
And then they can use the spa pool at the spa, so at night time.
Oh, nice.
So it's very romantic. It's the Mr. and Mrs. Suite. So I love that. I love that. So, that's often, every weekend just about booked out. That's very special. So people come around all around the country to see us.
Nice.
So it's great. It's great to pull people in.
So if a group was coming to stay, how many could you accommodate?
Probably 8.
Oh, that's quite good then. So you could have a hen
parties, yeah. And then we've got the big lounge as well, which we have got, plans to turn that into a bit more of a posher sort of, club lounge. That's happening this year. And then fingers crossed, we're going to be putting in a big swimming pool.
Ooh.
So that's going to be amazing. We just always want to raise the bar. People catch up with us and then we want to raise the bar again.
You've got to stay ahead in business, haven't you? You've got to be ahead of your competition.
And after last summer, gosh, I just about died. It was so hot.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So plans to put a swimming pool in. So we want to be seen as a sort of destination spa, a bit of a resort, and we are anyway.
Yes.
And then we're doing up the manor as well. So we've just finished the Gatsby suite.
Ooh.
That's beautiful, really lovely. And then now the kids have moved out. You see, we'll be doing their rooms up again. So the plan is to have people come and stay at the manor, so they have weekends away. How cool is that? Instead of going to just a hotel, come and stay. You can be lords and ladies of the manor for the weekend.
Exactly, and it's beautiful where it is.
Yeah, and we want to do Downton Abbey weekends and murder mystery weekends, maybe Fawlty Towers weekends. We can do Cluedo weekends. There's a ballroom, study, there's kitchen, all of that, ballroom, everything. So we can maybe do Cluedo weekends. So it's lots of potential there. So we're trying to cover all bases.
It sounds amazing. It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And it would just be amazing to go stay there, really. I think it's just beautiful.
Great team building. I think, if you take all your team, come over. And we do a lot of that at the spa. We're really lucky for size. People can't believe it when they walk by, but actually when you come inside, we've got 11 therapy rooms and a lot of those accommodate 2. So it's great to sort of bring a group of girls with you. So people come for like midwinter parties. We have like a die-hard number of people who will come I've got couples that come over, girlfriends that come over from Wellington every 6 weeks. So they get their brows done with us or their pedicures or both every 6 weeks because there's nothing like this in Wellington.
No, not at all.
So they love coming. It's only a quick hop skip over the hill. So they love that. And then, we have groups that just book in every sort of 3 months for their getaway. And, you don't have to travel far.
No. And it is, I can see why it is a destination for people from Wellington. It's just a beautiful place.
And the Wairarapa's just,
it's stunning.
Gorgeous.
Stunning.
So, it's great. And then, so that's, all about the accommodation, really.
Yeah,
so.
And I've seen often that I've seen little girls' parties.
Oh, we do little princess parties.
I know.
My daughter turned 10. When she turned 10, I said, what can we do? Because we'd already go to McDonald's. We go to the cinema. We go out for dinner. What can we do that's incredibly special for my 10-year-old? And princess parties were born. So what we do is we close the spa. We put on extremely loud music. And then the girls all come with their friends, all dress up, and we do this princess party, which is $49 a head. And they have the hair, makeup, a little pedi and a little manicure, and little cupcakes. We got the 10cc cupcakes.
They're beautiful cupcakes.
Cute,
and the nuts. The nuts are nice.
Yeah. All the little treats.
Lovely treats.
Lovely treats for my ladies. And they love it, and they talk about it for years, they do. So that's the princess parties. We also do a little miss package. That's for slightly older children, and it's sort of a bit more grown up, but they get into a robe and they can be alongside mum's 1 hour treatment. Yep. So we do that. And then we do the unicorn parties in the school holidays. They're just $35. And it's just lots of sparkles, lots of magic. And so that's really cool as well. So I just love that sort of age group. It's so cute.
So I'm the mother of sons. Well, now Sam's probably going to shoot me now, but his girlfriend's got a bit of an obsession with his monobrow. But men are getting more.
We have lots of men through our doors.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
They're always. You can see them. The wife will be marching up the path, all excited. The men will be, behind, scuffing their feet, like looking down, and they're. But when afterwards, they're like bright-eyed. They absolutely love it. So we've got a VIP couple suite. So it's a much bigger room.
Yeah.
It's got 2 beds in, and it's my favourite room of the house, of the spa, and it's just gorgeous. It goes out onto a deck with a spa pool, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful room. So it's all shrouded in trees, outside. It's so gorgeous. So we do lots of couples packages.
Yeah, but men are getting more interested in their appearance too, aren't they? And
my son used to come back from uni, and the first thing he did, Mum, can you do my unibrow? It was just like the natural thing, So no, boys are, we call it, manscaping. We try not to make it too girly.
No.
But no, we get men come in for facials now, massage, obviously eyebrows. A few come in for eyebrows, so it's definitely. I love it. We're from England.
Yes.
When you see guys on telly, they are well manicured, aren't they? They're all tidy.
Yes.
I just about had 40 fits once as stand-in weatherman on the telly, and he had hairy neck, and his eyebrows were and his hair was a mess, and he didn't have a tie, and I just thought, how scruffy,
Because as English people, we're always very used to the very informal things, aren't we? Because I've said this a number of times as well on this show, is that when I first moved here, I'm used to going to the front door, and I can't get over not knocking on people's front doors. But people sometimes don't. Oh, they have many doors.
Yeah,
and it's like, which door? I know. Which one? And I'm English. I have to go to the front one.
And I find it's intrusive going around the back. You feel like you're,
It's culturally a no-no, isn't it? Hey.
What we have to deal with. But I do find the men thing a bit. It's okay if they're a farmer. I don't. That's fine.
No.
But if you're on telly. You need to be smart, and I see we do a lot of weddings, at changes, and the men don't get anything done. They're the groom; they should be groomed.
Exactly. And I was just going to mention something else as well, and it's completely gone out of my head. It was to do with men as well. Oh, men! It'll come back to me in a minute.
But they are getting more skincare now, and it seems a bit more acceptable. Although a lot of my women complain that the men are nicking. They go, I think I've gone through my, my Dermalogica a bit quick. And I go, but your husband's using it. Because my husband now, he's just, because he's my toy boy. But because I'm getting all this work done, he's now looking older than me. So he's like, give me that Dermalogica. Can I use what you use? And can I have this IPL? And,
but you've got some amazing products at the spa.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we've just got this new. We've always been Dermalogica. Dermalogica are my stable. We've had it for 12 years now.
Yep.
A lady came in last week, and I said to her, oh my gosh, your skin is beautiful. She said, do you know what? I've been on Dermalogica since I was 18. I thought, wow. I can tell. My ladies that come from Wellington, they all use Dermalogica, and they look amazing too. So, no, I love Dermalogica. But we've just got this new product in. It's called Raw Cuticles. And it's the next step up from organic. So it's organic and it's raw.
Yeah.
So it's like your cold pressed, coconut, your virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
It's all cold pressed. It is absolutely amazing. Put it this way, I just come back from Queenstown. We had a conference in Dermalogica, and I had loads and loads of Dermalogica in my makeup bag as usual, and then the rep came from Rawceuticals, and I just tried it, and I said I've got to buy the range. So I use that in my evening. Is my Rawceuticals, but it's absolutely beautiful. It makes such it's for drier skins, older skins. It's fantastic. So we've just done up another new room. It's called the Walk in the Woods room, and it's all very leafy and earthy, and it's very sensual.
Yeah,
lots of smells, beautiful. Like we've got a humidifier that goes different colours and the lights different colours. It's so beautiful. And so our Walk in the Woods facial, and that's on special as well this month and next month, 20% off. So
there you go.
It's a spa treatment,
ideal to treat yourself in the winter in these grim months. Get yourself down, because honestly you'll have a lovely time.
I just love with our facials, we do things very, very well, extremely well, and I think facials are one of them. Our rooms are spacious. They're only facial rooms, so they don't have wax pots, clicking or, other. It's just the facial products in there. And then the beds are all heated, and they're all really scrumptiously padded and snuggled down under a duvet. And then we've got lots of little extra touches as well that we add into our facials. And then afterwards, you don't go and pay and go out. You just go into the lounge by the fire and snuggle under a blankie, and we give you the most gorgeous treats. We've got tea pigs from England, which are our herbal teas. We can make you delicious proper coffee from our machine, or we've got waters and sparkling waters and orange juices, or
I had Earl Grey.
Earl Grey.
Yes, I went for the Earl
Grey.
Very English.
Yeah.
So I went for the Earl Grey, and
a
beautiful.
10cc cupcake.
A cake and some nuts.
Some nuts. Healthy nuts.
Nuts. No, I love nuts. Nuts are great.
Yeah, really great. So we like to, go that extra mile with you, and
well,
you.
it certainly shows.
Yeah,
it
you look great,
shows.
actually, Nikki.
And
how are your products? Are you using your products?
Yeah, they're
good?
great. Yeah, they're great. I love it. I just love it. And actually, the first time when I was the spa virgin, and I came. It was just, I think it was when Fuzzbox was a year old, and we were doing a gig as well, and I just felt like so good on stage.
Yes,
I just felt like I had that confidence just because I'd had a few things done, and I had my nails done, and I felt so glamorous. It's
empowering women. It's taking our power back, and I think if you've got a really good set of eyebrows, nothing is going to affect you.
No.
And if anyone tells me who's got bad eyebrows, I'm just like, I've got no respect. It's like you can't tell me nothing. Your eyebrows are.
It's a bit like me when I look at people's graphic design.
Yes, yeah, it must be.
And I go, oh God, how can they have ever thought that was acceptable?
Yes, I know.
It's awful.
I know.
Please don't do that. You look cheap from the outside. But yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I want people to look professional, to look corporate, to look. I mean, and it's you've only got one chance to make a first impression.
Exactly, and that's what we used to say in hospitality quite a lot. You only get that first chance to. One chance to make a first impression, and people do make judgments.
I know.
And when I was on the CSBM eons ago, I had a lady on there, Angie from State of Quirk, and she said, you should look like a designer.
Yes,
because I was looking like very mumsy. I'd been at home with my kids for 10 years. And I think people do expect you to show your personality through.
Yeah.
And I had to discover that, and then I started, getting sparkly things and doing my hair and having colours, getting my brows done, getting my nails done. And
my self-care journey started through my brows actually, because I was always a big girl, and it's hard. It's a hard journey to go through, and when you're in business, it's very lonely as well.
It is.
And it's very difficult.
It is,
because you carry the whole weight on your shoulders, and some of the things that happen, you're like, is it all worth it?
I know, I've been there.
But once I started getting my brows done professionally, by doing the new definition brows, it just gave me that confidence to feel and look like I was the boss, the boss lady, and it's just grown. And I've grown as a person, and I don't want to sound superficial, but it starts off. You can't expect other people to respect you and love you if you don't respect and love yourself.
No, I think that's a very valid point, actually. It is. And you find that a lot of women struggle to feel like they're good enough at what they do. They struggle with confidence. They struggle with those kind of things. And I think just some little things that prop you up. I love having my nails done. I don't have them done all the time because I play the guitar and I have to cut them.
Yeah.
But I love having my nails done.
Yeah.
It's just a pep, it just makes me, if I'm feeling a bit when I'm typing on my keyboard, I can see I've got this
it's so sparkly.
funky colour. It's those little things, and it's not for other people. It's definitely for me.
Yeah, I love the way women are getting their nails done, more and more. I think it's great, good for them. I think it's wonderful.
Well, I loved it. I think women should do it all for themselves and get themselves out there and enjoy a spa day.
Yeah, when I first started, people would only come because it was their birthday or they had a voucher or they were going to a wedding, and I have to tell myself off because I go, oh, what do you got this weekend then? Oh, nothing. I'm doing it because I deserve it, and I was like, yes, this is what I want to do.
Exactly.
Get your power back.
Exactly.
You see, men are really good at self-care. They will take themselves off hunting and fishing and shooting, and they'll go off for the boys' weekends, and they don't care. I had a lovely lady once who came in, and so she said, she runs Pilates, and she said, men, they commit to a session and they just turn up. Friday session, I'm going to Pilates, that's what I do. She said men never cancel. They never ring up and go, oh, the grandchild's coming this weekend, I can't come, or Sophie's off sick, I can't come. Men will just, they'll do their stuff because that's what they do. Whereas women, we're so obsessed, not obsessed, but we're worried about everybody else and
carrying that emotional load for everybody, aren't we?
And we don't put ourselves first.
No, and sometimes you'll think, I feel guilty for taking that.
I know.
And because X hasn't got socks or X hasn't got this or they require this, but you're the person that's keeping everybody else up, so you have to replenish that bucket so that you can support everybody else.
I watched an Oprah Winfrey thing once and it was amazing. This woman said, you're a vessel, okay, and you only give out of what's overflowing. So if your cup is half empty, okay, you are not a good wife, you are not a good mother, you are not a good friend. So you have to top that up. Now, if anybody borrows from that cup or asks you to help, they're stealing from you because your cup is not full. So it's really important as women that we do, fill that cup up, and it might be exercise, it might be, going out to the movies, it might be, taking some time out to, do your skin and look after your eyebrows. But whatever it is, it's really important that we do that because we cannot give ourselves unless our cup is full.
No, that's right.
That was so empowering.
It is, and it's so much. It's very important. Whatever you do, I mean, my side of it has always been music, which has been the thing for me to, relax and chill out with. But that involves a bit of self-care.
Yes, yeah.
I remember when I first went on stage, I had one dress. And I think that was the dress that I wore at the Fuzzbox first birthday party, and I was on that journey of just starting out in a band, a proper band, and now I own about 8-9 dresses.
Yay!
And
You're so girly.
And I have my hair done regularly, and these are the things you start because you're doing one thing, it knocks on to another, and you need those things doing, especially when you're on stage. I feel that you need to be completely. Feel good about yourself when you go out there and put yourself out there. And even though I'm a larger person, I really like to pay attention to some details about myself. So that's
embrace your curves, darling.
Exactly, and that's what I do. But I need to mention this. I need to find this thing that Shari mentioned. Okay, so this Thursday, Shari's got a free yoga event at 5:30 at 37 Johnstone Street, Masterton. It's Winter Solstice Day. That's come round very quickly.
The 21st.
20, yeah. And lots of people around the world are celebrating World Yoga Day. So that sounds pretty interesting. It's going to
start getting lighter now.
Going down to summer, you'll need your swimming pool quicker. Hey.
Oh, honestly. But I love the cold weather for spa days. I mean, we've got all these candles. It's so warm.
Oh, it was lovely.
Oh, it's just, honestly, there's no better time to come for a facial or a massage, hot stone massage, when, it's dark and cold and rainy and you can't do anything else.
Well, do you know what was so lovely? I had a facial and she did my feet as well. That was amazing.
Oh, little extras just for Nikki.
I know, lovely. Absolutely lovely. And I was just a blow. Honestly, I was just like, I kept saying to Eddie when I got him from school, like, I'm just completely
sorry.
zoned. Completely zoned out.
Oh.
It was a lovely day, thank you.
Oh,
it was really, really nice. I just love it up there. And I just have to work a bit more so I can afford a bit more. But it's like really
keep
cool.
you busy, don't we? Lots of things in the pipeline.
Exactly.
So we've got a nice in August, we've got a launch of our teen range. So we're going to be doing some mother-daughter facials.
Oh, nice.
So you have to look out for that. Or mother-sons,
yes,
if you want to bring your boys.
Well, our Sam all boys are different. I would say that my middle boy would be a hunter, fisher, but Sam is very keen on his appearance. He's had dye and
good role models for our daughters and our sons.
Exactly.
And if they look at us and they see that we are taking time out and looking after themselves, we're a good model. If we're using good skincare, we're a good role model for our children. So that's coming up in August. We've also got the launch of Dermapen 4.
Nice.
So we're going to have a big champagne event at Changes. So look out for that. And then we've got our birthday in November. So look out for that because we're going to have a pool party this year.
Oh, wow. I hope I'm on the list for that.
Yeah, definitely. So that's exciting.
Yes. And you are right about role modelling. And because my boy is getting older, he's got a girlfriend. So I said to her, one day we'll go together.
Yeah.
I'll take you up there. And she was interested because I don't think she'd ever thought about it before. I was like, no, this is what they do when they do a facial. And it's so nice.
But I love my daughter's generation because they do take
They do
care.
that, yeah.
They are one of our biggest customers for the brows, of course, are the youngsters because they value. They value good eyebrows. It's their world, so they, know the importance of having
and lashes as well.
Lashes, I know,
big lashes.
Yeah, but they take time out. If they're ever, feeling a bit, they'll take a duvet day, and although we go, that generation, actually, they're not going to have the stress and the heart disease and the depression and everything that our generation copes with because they take time out. They do look after themselves, so good on them. I think it's great.
And so Jazz, she's been involved in the business as well, hasn't she?
Yes, she has. Yeah, from 10 or 12 really. And she's gone off and done a beauty therapy course, and then she's done the Brow Angel course, and and then had a wee baby. So she's back on Tuesdays now. So any of Jazz Rufford's Winstanley's old clients, she's here on Tuesday.
Because I think she was the first person that did my brows.
She's amazing.
So efficient.
She is amazing. Yeah. And now Paige as well. Paige is another one of our brow angels.
Yeah,
so.
Paige, I think she was my first person that looked after me in the spa. She's lovely and really good at nails.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
All my girls are incredible.
Exactly,
and
they
Holly
are.
As well.
They're beautiful. It's great.
They're all. I always think I can train the girls to be spa standard, but we always employ people on their personalities.
Yes.
So my girls are fun, happy, cheery. They're not self-centered, whiny, miserable. They're always, they really do care about people. And it's isn't it a lovely atmosphere when you come up?
Oh, it's lovely.
It's all giggly, and I know it's a quiet day spa, but we do have a lot of fun as well.
And I see on social media that you do look after your staff.
Yeah, we're always doing things.
So I was like, I want to go and work at Katie's place.
I know. Well, somebody said to me, what's the most important, in your business? Is it your customers or your staff? And I said, it's my staff, My staff are looked after. They are going to look after my customers well. So, training's really important. Time out with my girls are really important. And, we went to the Ocean's 8 last week, went to the screening room. And a couple of weeks before that, we took them all to Kmart. And, we just have fun. It's just great.
It's just amazing to watch. I think it's amazing. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show now, Katie.
It's gone so quickly.
I know, everybody says that. And thank you for being such a fabulous guest.
My pleasure.
It's been fabulous. I always enjoy talking to you and doing work for you guys. It's always really nice to get involved with changes and businesses like that.
Thank you, Nikki.
So, you've been listening to Nothing Personal with Nikki King. Which is sponsored by Hot Yoga for You, Sherry Smith. And don't forget the free yoga day this Thursday. So I gave you the details earlier. You can check that out on Sherry's Hot Yoga for You page. And she's got a website, hotyogaforyou.co.nz. And we've also sponsored by Fuzzbox Designs, which is cool. You can check them out at fuzzbox.co.nz. and, you know, just get down and do some hot yoga. Make sure you check out Changes Medi Spa. You can see them at
www.changesmedispa.co.nz.
And can they make an online booking?
They can,
Woo!
yes, all through Facebook. It's amazing.
And the phone number will be there. You can check them out on Facebook. New Definition Brows have got their own website.
Yes, Indie Brows.
Yes, so if you wanted to learn how to do threading or you wanted to have your eyebrows done, you can go on there. And you can check out, I think you've got some accommodation details.
Accommodation's all on the website.
So you can
do a walkthrough. We've got a tour.
I saw
so
that.
Yeah, so just homepage, just have a walkthrough, just see all the rooms and see what we're like. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I hope to see you soon, everybody.
Yes, definitely go and get yourself looked after. It's one of the best things you can do for yourself. So you've been listening to Nothing Personal, sponsored by Hot Yoga for You and Fuzzbox Designs. We'll be back next week with some more awesome guests. You can tune in on the TV or on the radio next week at 9:30. Thanks very much for listening in. Goodbye.
Get your feelings.